as is pointed on the desk. Yeah, I mean, there's just too many players to give credit to in that nuke match. I mean, it was like Testis, Borup, Nico, like they all had crazy moments. Same with Vitality. Fast start here on the CT side to get some information. Heroic seek to find anybody in alt, but there's no one there. And Vitality have shifted gears, turned it over towards the B site. All eyes on Borup.
Yeah, not going to be the best position. Not going to be too easy, but he does have Sound to actually help out immediately. And Borup does catch a headshot, even a second, killing Apex and possibly Masuda, but his assistance arrives in time. Nobody dies here for Heroic. An excellent B hold.
Yeah, they hold on to it. That was really nice. Just clean shots being hit all around. Nice hold from Borup to the quad. Probably getting a bit scared there. Kind of like being in Jurassic Park and hearing a bunch of dinosaurs, but look at this cheerleader stack on the B site. Shox is going to try to pick him apart with the tightest shoulder peaks you've ever seen. Can he pull it off?
Oh no. Everybody's ready for it. 4-player stack up on the logs. Heroic winning the first round here on Inferno, but Borup, man, I thought he was in for a world of hurt. Did a good job of sectioning off the 1v1s. I think it definitely helps that his teammate takes one through smoke.
Being very tricky about it. Stan will be the only one to buy a rifle on this round. Full Glocks here for Vitality because they failed to secure a plant on the B site, even when there was only one person there at the beginning.
Charging down Banana. Looking to lay down the law.
You know, for me, this first half is everything. I feel like I was so impressed by... This is when Apex's calling turned my head for Vitality. It was when he called the T side on Inferno the other day. So expecting a lot here, and it's just awesome. They've got Ziwu on the team. He's clearly a star, but it really does feel like a team game for Vitality, not just one player and 4 others that support him.
Hey now, P250 kill actually versus Nico, so that's a weapon picked up. I mean, go ahead and milk this for what you can. MP9 on Apex. Now you see the CT is just like a little bit more nervous, just that slightly more hesitant. Little reposition over towards Arch. This actually peels a player away from Tessas, so he better deliver. Down's able to alleviate some pressure. Tessas will get dinked. Both these players, in fact, a little lower HP, but they will still weather this storm. Apex back in with that picked up MP9. 11 HP, 2 targets to take. Molly at his feet will spell disaster. He sprints into Cadian, who closes. Heroic lose 3, but they win a second.
Yeah, and they invested mostly SMG, so he takes the MP9, makes some money with it. It's a good round for Vitality, considering they only had the Glocks to work with. So the buy-in comes now. No bomb plants to look back on, but looks like they've got more than enough utility. Shox will invest a bit late here. He's got a smoke, so they've got 5, yeah. No excuses on this round. Heroic, 2 MP9s and the MP5 from last. This is that feeling out stage, right? Especially on Inferno, you're trying to figure out what flavor of Inferno the other team wants to play. This first rifle round, take it slow a little bit. Right now, it's down crack spotting on B. He's alone, so they're really hoping that it's an early A round, but it doesn't look like it will be. However, this Molotov shows you that they're just trying to take control of top Banana, so the rotation will come over slowly for the CTs, but they'll still be comfortable. However, execute coming in.
Molly goes a little far. MP5 up with the grenade. Good enough to drop Masuda. Down, laying down a smoke of his own. And, ooh, hot damn. We're going to dink and kill RPK. Kind of flirting with the corner here. It keeps Heroic in the man advantage despite their lesser weapons. And soon enough, the 2 rifles will arrive with some utility to be thrown outwards as well. I mean, check it out. 3 smokes, Molly, frag grenade. They could really push out the pain to some of these tees before they get the party rolling. There's the shadow advantage for Shox, but he's so fully blind that TeSS trades this with a second kill back sight. It's Ziwu with 2, a third frag for him, and he's able to already drop back through smoke. That's a smoke on top of the bomb. TeSS with the defuse, shot through smoke, an incredible 4K from Ziwu.
It was so incredibly well played by him throughout every single kill that he got. The trade frags were perfect. Here, he's even smart enough to make sure to catch the other side of the smoke, and of course, locks down the 1v2. Just making it look so simple. Good with all guns. So hot at the end of Nuke, even though they couldn't close it out. Heroic definitely were the better team. KD will get an op into this round, and Vitality's buy involves Shox, I think, leading here with just a Mac 10. Where is he, though? He is... Oh, outside hall.
Is that okay?
Defaulting outside halls with the Mac 10. Not going to be entering on B, it seems.
See what Borup has in store. Ooh, down, walking down mid.
They're watching it.
So yeah, so ready. What? Oh my god, he's not dead yet. So much damage.
Oh, are they going to commit through? Rotations are here. Oh, they see an off.
Oh, collateral! And just like that, 4 versus 2.
They're going to run home and hide, or they're going to run to A site?
Mama! Mama! Il m'a frappé! Neither of these men sound like that.
Shocks a little bit. I was saying I've interviewed Shox over the years, and he's the only player that I've ever interviewed whose English has gotten worse.
And yet, still just as good at Counter-Strike.
In a charming way. No, he's even gotten better at Counter-Strike somehow.
Boom! There's the back of RPK. And Shox through the wall, able to best Cadian. That's a bomb plant, perhaps. Pit player making a move. Nico into the small pit. And Shox has now gotten himself off of the bomb site. He could very well catch these players off guard. Borup never saw it coming, and he should know that there's a second man there, but Nico out from pit, also unbeknownst to Shock, is able to stop him. So that's bomb plant for Vitality, but
it's an X, man. It's a plural, okay? All right.
Counter-terrorists win.
That's a solid start. See if the C-side continues to slip up a little bit. This is nasty from Cadian. Nasty from Stown to put up almost 300 damage, pushing down mid with that Prince stream.
Do you happen to have one of those?
Yes, I do. But I was the first to buy it, okay? I didn't buy it because everyone else bought it.
Yeah, okay. That's what every owner says to themselves.
And I got it for cheap, way cheap.
Yeah, great price. Oh, and look at this little utility exchange down banana. Ooh, frag. Hits the mark. RPK minus 30.
So far, it's been probably just like, make sure we don't lose early A at top bracket. Try to gamble and hope that our solo man, either Borp or Stone, can crack spot, stay alive for as long as possible. And this time is a bit different, though, with the 2 players committed down. They might not necessarily want to flank. Testis gets a key frag, though. Shox, no lurking for him.
Nope.
And Borp can't be stopped as well. MP5, oh my god, it's just down to 3 trying to wrap.
Whoa.
It is the Deagles, but now they've opened up CT spawn.
That they have. And you can see that second player toying with the idea of peeking, but now they're going to go from it on Library and Arch side. So they try to double peek pit. Nico does a good job of avoiding it, and Apex has now dropped that bomb as Nico only gets the 1. Still winnable. They pick bomb back up.
Bomb has been planted.
Borup from Apps, 15 HP. Ziwu's on 7. It's really kind of Stown versus Masuda, and they're going to have this long-range pit to library fight that could unravel the situation, but Masuda keeps his head tucked. And now as he comes upwards, he gets down, body bagged. Borup out from Apps with an MP5. I kind of doubt it. he hasn't been spotted from the site, so he could actually clear the player beneath him. Now a single shot from the MP5 will get the job done. Ziwu in the back of the site, and Borup hunting for him, finds him through the edge of it, but there's just no time.
A way to get the defuse off. At least the op goes down, and that's a Deagle round one for Vitality. Now, I will say, I really like how they played it. I like going Arch on these rounds like this. So what we'll see here is the kills come out at Arch, and the really hard part is that Nico cannot expect help from his teammates because they have to also worry about the thought of the T's wrapping through CT spawn to B. So they just rely and put a lot of pressure on Nico to get his trades, and they know he's playing in pit as well. So smartly round played from Vitality. It was known that he would have to put up a hold on both sides, but he couldn't do it today, even though he's so good on that CT side on Nuke. And yeah, really strong Deagle eco here for Vitality. Beautifully played.
One scout, many pistols, and so far just Borup on the kill feed for the favor of Heroic. Vitality looking to tie this game at 3 rounds apiece.
And Vitality always have this constant threat. They might rotate full back, right? We see them load so much in those mid rounds, make giant rotations together, and they trust each other. They move very quickly. It makes it hard to read their timings on top of that. So you never want to be in a position where you're constantly regretting making a move, and Vitality will always punish you for doing it.
But if they commit, if they walk in on this, there is that glimmer of hope here for Heroic. Stound's print stream shines. A Pearl Ascent essence, perhaps. There goes the flash. Do they rock back?
It's too late, I think, to rock back. They don't have any info at mid, and they're just trying to bait them into pushing from behind, but they're not going to see that. So I think they know they have to fight 2 in the site.
All right. They've got the Molotovs to burn out the back corners. Smoke, utility, it all starts coming in, but Cadian, I think he could very realistically catch them with this off angle. Unfortunately for Cadian, his teammate goes down, and it was just the scout. So Ziwu, the 3-piece, RPK 2, and there it is, tied at 3.
These guys are trying so hard like it's a grand final or something. Now they do have the exec to come in with the Molotovs, but they save enough to make sure they can re-exec. The whole round is completely within their control, and every move makes sense. They go for the first exec, see if there's any potential for a flank, but then with no flank at all after that full exec, they know the 2 players are going to be in the site, gives them confidence, and now they mow down on this eco as well.
Boink, blop, dead, done, as it should be, versus such a pistol play. RPK having a great day. 4 kills in that one, I believe.
Yeah, so this is why I like the calling from Vitality. It has been just the anti-ecos and ecos that look good, but now they'll have a much more full, well-rounded round for Heroic to go up against. However, I mean, it's a full buy, technically speaking, but no op on Cadian, and him and Stound both have an MP9.
Uh-oh. Molly went the wrong direction.
Oh, what a nade by Cadian. Woo! What a nade. That's
just
a strike.
Dunked on. Cadian, he's ready to swing mid. Oh, they're going to pressure him. He lines it up. It's a perfect peek. Him and Testes just nailing him to the wall. Cadian with a 3K. Still standing as shots sent clamoring down into the boiler. But it's already boiled over. Heroic just wrecking face. I mean, a missed Molotov from Vitality is kind of what allowed him to chuck that grenade out. Shock's dead as Nico patiently waits for him to walk outwards. Tied at 3, tied at 4.
Didn't he throw that from the safety of the stairs?
Maybe.
Or, yeah, he wouldn't have been able to have that angle, huh?
Yeah, it would have cost him more.
Right.
And then he wouldn't have survived this with 5 HP, and who knows?
Yeah, fair enough. Definitely protocol, of course, running up alt mid. Throw that one in the door. Yeah, that was a meaty grenade, though. Really powered up the MP9s a lot. Alpha and Omega. Testis had 12 multi-kill rounds on Nuke, including an ace in the first and a 3K in the last. Yeah, I mean, it was like Blep pointed out. He made some mistakes playing ramp early on.
Yeah.
All that stuff got ironed out, and it was like, it seemed like when he was a rotator, or when he wasn't necessarily playing on the ramp, that's when he shined the most. But even that, he was able to put together that 2v4 round to close things out with the 3K standing there. Ironically enough, that's kind of why we were so critical of him, I'd say, because he wasn't falling back enough. He was either acing or dying on the ramp.
Sure.
But hey, sometimes he'd get way more than he's supposed to.
Molotovs engulfing banana. Frag grenades up next. Followed by smokes. And then flashes, and then fire, and then bodies. There's a lot going down here on banana, but not much netted from it. Not a single tidbit of damage has been done.
There's a lot of they won't try that again gambles from the CT side. Like, they just shut down mid. They went for the 4B play. They rotate back just in time. Oh, man, the timing on that shocks. He's been so good through the smokes.
And he's going to sell this fake to keep the two members of Heroic committed. This pushes pressure onto Borup and Stown. AK on Coffins pops up, and with Borup by his side, they get themselves 3. It's RPK to make the difference. 2v2 left over.
This is going to be a hard round to win with Ziwu opping through into spawn. They're going to have to gamble this on a shoulder peek, and yeah, it's a freebie.
Yeah.
Pretty much nothing you can do about that.
Nico peeks it knowing that he's there.
Oh,
and Ziwu coming back in from that mid elevation.
Yeah, he's got
changing
this
it
movement.
up.
That's exactly where he's falling.
Kind of really good at Counter-Strike.
He's so nuts. Yeah, he makes the whole thing look seamless, of course. But yeah, it's great. Now he had the Shock's lurk, ends up failing, but he gets the info, knows they're still on the site, so that's something. Vitality take a small lead. Another goodbye here from Heroic. The early rounds haven't meant much. They're using a lot of grenades on banana. Oh, but now there's some resistance.
Yeah, in the form of RPK, who was one of the reasons they got into the B site last round. Ziwu, like a shotgun.
He just run through that smoke to trade with an op.
Yeah.
That's how badly he wants banana in this spot. No one told him to do that.
Mine.
Yeah, he just takes control.
Oh, no, is he going to do it? I just have this gut feeling he's going to blow somebody's head off, man. Don't jump. Don't do it.
Oh, he's powering up.
He's
not going to jump, is he? Okay, he's back to step back. Oh, he jumped!
There
Oh!
Yeah! He nails it! And the second! Cadian dropped to a quarter HP. Oh, of course. That's how it unfolds here. Borup, he's going to be back by bit. M4 in hand, and a wounded teammate trying to follow suit. Can Borup do it? Molly lands at his feet, flusters him into the open, and that's an easy pickup for Shocks. And as said, Cadian the walking wounded, but in with the op snap onto Ziwu. 2 left to go. But where have they gone? Cadian, too much to handle. You can see the frustration, contemplating whether he tries to run the gauntlet, but we both know, just walk away from this one.
I'm going to call your neighbors and tell them you're yelling for no reason. Wow. Devil between the legs.
Having so much fun, man. This series
is
awesome.
It's amazing. And man, like it's all about Ziwu coming through the smoke to get the trade for RPK, who was a dead man. He had no HP. They had a rifle on him. He was dead. And he was willing to risk it in the middle of a grand final to make a play like that just for banana control and the chance to trade, even though if he misses, he dies and they lose the round. And then he waits long enough to be rewarded with that jump spot. I mean, I don't know how his mind works, but this is crazy. It's exactly what they needed.
Damn.
Wow. 12-6. But it's always Ziwu o'clock.
Every single day.
Uh-oh.
Well, you didn't learn your lesson.
Have you learned nothing?
Borup's going to be alone on this B site, but I mean, let's be honest. If it's not Cadian's op this round, it's nothing. TSS mid peak. Doesn't lose HP.
Doesn't lose, huh?
Yeah, doesn't lose. Winter Games coming up soon.
Man, Borup is such an elite gamer, huh? Like his name's got the caps locks and zeros, and then the name of his P250.
What is it? I'm not in server.
Headshot. Oh, I see. It's just like headshot written like Borup though, with a 0 and
Okay.
4 and.
Well, let's see if he can deliver one. Apex trying to swoop in on him. Ziwu does give cover as we had TSS try and rush smoke. So the one op that was tasked to do something, hey, delivers with at least the no scope. But the bomb, of course, over on the A site. So all of Cadian's best efforts kinda all for nothing. 7th round there for Vitality. They shall lead by 3 on this T side, and really no signs of slowing down. But obviously, we're getting into the point of this series where Ziwu's kind of taken over, man.
Yeah.
13 kills, 6 deaths, 9 and 9 on RPK and shocks apiece. So it's not one of those incredibly hard carries that we've seen in the past, but it is still clearly Ziwu cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, we've seen his rating go up recently like crazy, and of course, the best performer on Vitality by a long shot. In fact, in the server by a long shot. Cadian, you know what, Cadian though versus top 5 teams in this last month, pretty amazing stuff. We'll have to say that, but you know, he started out-opping everybody, started to take over a little bit on Nuke. I just think it was the strategy that started to fail him a little bit on Vitality. But now that we're on Inferno, this is a great map for him. We've seen him do incredible things on this map, and he's just starting to really trust his instincts, I feel like.
Sounds fully flashed off that. Good thing Cadian's there in position. Another flash, now activating Stown, and he gets them both. Nice bit of teamwork here between him and Borup, but Masuda with the drive-by. Gonna go grab that bomb and try and join Shocks to force the issue elsewhere. Minute on the clock for them to try a 2v4.
Not a lot of options here. Full nade sets and some time left over. 2 players left on the site. One's trailing, taking the trail out. Borup's gone for the hike. He's in Speedway, so Arch is not safe. It'll be spotted the whole time. We're gonna go for the lurk smoke out halls idea. And Shock's making a ton of noise, maybe to make it seem like they could be leaving. It's all just a big Hail Mary, though, of course. It'll come down to some ridiculous entries if they want to win this.
They will try their damnedest. TSS from the tall box, though. Masuda down and out. TSS with the double to close it. Heroic still within 2.
Yeah, not bad. Nice. They actually got the hold of top banana. This time, they don't dump too many resources into the early banana take, trying to establish down at the bottom. Instead, they wait, lay the trap at the top, and that re-aggression is a good look for Heroic. Vitality, for the most part, have been avoiding them. The one round they did go and try to fight them with RPK. Of course, Ziwu took the round in his own hands. But overall, I feel like Heroic have been quite good about establishing control. Well, they are triple down on B with Cadian, and they haven't gone for info just yet. Whereas Vitality are starting to make a decision up through lane. We see the smokes coming out. Flash for the end of halls here. It'll come down to these pit players.
Ooh, and he can't get his gun out fast enough. Ziwu with the entry. Echo stuck inside of the smoke. He has had a cold game in comparison to what we got used to on Nuke. Only 3 frags for the moment.
Bomb has been planted.
He had like, what, 3 rounds in a row with 3 Ks?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, hit 9 kills in 3 rounds, yeah.
Yeah, plenty
With
of
the
rounds to get going on Inferno, perhaps. But Heroic starting to trail here. I believe we've had 9-6 halves for the first 2 maps.
I like this halls pop because TSS was great about using his smoke and then sitting right in front of it and watching lane. But they get up close without any tells and then pop a flash over, and TSS is just, he's like, I want to throw this nade down. I want to throw this smoke down, and doesn't get his gun out in time to deal with it. Like that, Vitality are calling out, Heroic doubling down on banana, at least for a short period of time at the beginning of the round. This one was extended. Heroic stayed out there for quite a while. They got a cottage out at the top of B, and we're chilling Cadian on a passive angle. But here, yeah,
you can run, but you can't hide.
Right.
Not from Ziwu. 15-7, just pulling further and further ahead. I feel like the last time I brought up his stats, still RPK and Shocks had 9 kills, as they do now. So he continues to lead the pack. Meanwhile, Heroic, full-fledged buy. Down banana, they'll try to work, and Stown's going to lose half of his health for his efforts, but still able to tuck into logs. Smoke goes deep beyond him. Now Vitality are going to have to probably slow this down so that they don't get caught up in the web that has been spun towards this A site. Ziwu taking damage through the smoke. Good output here by Tesses. Has to be cautious as to not get caught reloading, but he will able to get back just around the further corner. So far, no deaths. Cadian goes a-hunting, gets fully flashed, and Shocks giving chase, gets him at that last moment. Nico able to trade over balcony. Tesses re-engages, but oh, he doesn't clear fully. Now Stown trying the wall bang, but RPK gets him, and it's so much output from Heroic, but a 4 versus 2 nonetheless.
Yeah, actually...
Blinded by Ziwu. Never saw it coming. Nico goes for the quick scope. Not going to connect, and Apex gets his head. Therefore, 9-5 for Vitality.
Fantastic half so far. How nasty is it that after all that damage that Tesses did to Ziwu, he still gets the kill, holding an angle on him in the exact spot that Tesses spammed him down. Everything goes so well. And again, they're just making it feel like as good as Heroic have been and going down banana, throwing all these nades down, putting so much pressure, they can just kind of avoid all of it. And still come out with a good amount of map control. So, will this round they go for a late take or just sit back and wait? Pick the latter.
Frag. Hey, not bad. Listen, any damage you can get onto Ziwu before you have to shoot at him, you take that with open arms. Short arms for Stown. Just this MP9, but I mean, so close to his enemies. If they walk his way, that he'll be good to rock and roll. Meantime, minute on the clock, and clearly Shocks looks to lead the charge. The wrap around on Arch, perhaps. Borup could take it back if he holds, but he's on his own, and there is an entire team of terrorists starting to push his way. He decides not to fire the FAMAS. Now they're going to wrap. 4 men have gone by, and he could strike from behind. Tesses, oh, great distraction. 2 kills, and Borup closes. Yet another 9-6 half. This series as close as can be.
Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Little time. Someone's getting lucky tonight, but is it heroic or vitality? Too close to call. Welcome back to the second half of Inferno.
Giggity, giggity, all right.
Early damage. RPK caught on his cross, just jumping around with the swagger daggers. No kills yet. Ooh, but there they are. Ziwu, 2 headshots to the Suda, adds 1 to the tally. That's going to force the hand of Nico. He barrels out from balcony and just can't quite manage on his own. Had he gotten both those frags,
that would have been
A site's
something.
open, Borup runs bomb. Instead, it's the desperate 1v4.
What's the strat? Oh, he's got a Molotov there. Okay, if he thinks this through, he can use the Molotov for some type of fake. They wouldn't think he's just going to throw away a Molotov. He can go back, use the other one. Okay. Lock one down at quad. Well, he's got him separated 2-2 sites. Good angle clearing. Super tight.
Come on now.
Mr. Robot Aim over here. Look at him go.
Yeah, what is that?
He aimed. You see him aiming right at his head with that smoke out.
Borup dies. That's
like the whole team. That's like
for Ziwu.
everyone. That's everyone on heroic. Yeah, for real.
Nicely done. There it is. Unfortunate that he's fumbling his grenades. Never had a chance in the clutch. So, vitality. 10 rounds to the scoreboard, leading by 4. Up to heroic to try and stop this momentum early with a force buy, perhaps.
Here from Ziwu, top mid, about to show face.
Man, 16 rounds deep, 131 ADR. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Wow.
Not so bad.
Timing's perfect. He falls back and traps him into it. They want to go through. Is it just going to be a farm? Yeah. Oh, no.
No, it's not.
Wow,
Nico.
what an eagle shot.
Yes,
Listen,
sir.
we see the troubles of it hampers the rotations on CT side when they open this up. They got to take a risk. They push through
Ouch.
in through CT spawn. That's not something you see every day.
No, sir, it's not. Apex trying to get him back, though. Will find Tesses. 2 more players nearly lining up, and in the meantime, Cadian catches a kill back in mid. A frag grenade thrown outwards, misses the mark, blows the weapon away.
Oh, I mean, he knows
That's
he has to
something.
chase this down because the other guy's
Yeah,
coming.
The bomb's there. He's got to get the 1v1.
Cadian's
You're absolutely right.
Speedway.
Oh my god,
No,
Masuda. Not going to turn around.
Yeah, that was actually that was pretty winnable if he got Cadian down. This is what happens, of course, you lose the arch player. Nico, not a great game, but when you have a kill like that, it can really swing things your way. 3 rounds
sir.
of difference, an important 1 deagle. Could have very easily been a mow down.
The moment you start to think, Ziwu 21 kills, 10-6, looking like finally maybe not the closest of maps, and of course the force buy brings it back. But now can they avoid what they have done to their opponents? Will they survive the force back from Vitality? Masuda,
Oh,
if he
Masuda.
walks behind them, they will absolutely crunch this 3-player play. But I
Whoa.
believe, utility being thrown out here from alt. Shots just blind as a bat. Nico in with the double kill. This one
Well-
all too easy. Vitality, transition to a save.
Well, T-side Nico's something else.
Yes, sir.
Deagle entry, AK, refrag on the second there. And that's the round 1 and done. No one else is even going to attempt it. Move on forward. Wow, it's been a tumultuous half. Or like that first half, sprees of 3. from Vitality. Just rounds peppered in from the CT side. An eco in both halves so far. By the T's.
Ooh, body block.
They're trying to execute on B. What's going on?
Whoa. CZ, little garden hose of a sidearm, tries its damnedest, but are they going to get them? Come on. Nope. They hang on. So 2 SMGs, 2 rifles, and a Tech 9 move forward.
A full XQB with a bomb blowing up on A site. It's not something you see every day.
But today's a special day.
Someday.
The day of Lord Gaben. Grand Finals Sunday. Best of 5s all the time. But not all of them deliver quite like this. Ziwu trying with the scout. Peeks back in. Will damage down to 27 HP. Now a little pistol crossfire on the arch side, but they still don't know about Docs. Whoa, and they check him. Cadian not going to fall for said shenanigans. And with the lineup between him and Tesseth, RPK will have some damage back down range. But the Deagle is what ends it. Turn some lights on, buddy. No wonder you need glasses.
I don't know if it's good for your eyes, but it can't be, right? I feel like
know.
that's, I don't, you know, it's just like when you grow up, your parents like, you know, turn the lights on, it's bad for your eyes, but also read some conflicting research. I'm not sure if it really is.
What do parents know?
But maybe it is. I think your eyes have to adjust, right? Too bright, too dark, all at the same time. Who knows? Who are we to judge? He's Tess's. He top fragged on map number 2.
Yep, he can do what he wants.
Yeah.
That nade was missing a little gusto.
He's looking for a new apartment. Don't see anything they like though. B. Of a gamble here from Vitality. Zaiwu hangs around. However, he started to move off, and it looks like they might turn this into an exec.
Yeah, and they just moved Ziwu out of their CT spawn. So the pressure really falls here onto RPK and Apex. They've got another smoke and 1 flash between them. Of course, that smoke you see popping belongs to Apex. It's going to burn some time off the clock. They could boost a man over and try and seek out the opening kill, but instead, the molly's extinguished. RPK, he actually eats the flashbang, able to regain vision and a second kill, but he falls into the fire. And because of that, it's an even 3v3. Bomb's gonna be planted. They may not expect Nico to be on this side of the fire. Ziwu walks right by him, caught off by Nico. Big-brained play that forces the hand of Vitality into the favor of Heroic. They walk away with their 2 remaining M4s and call it quits. We are tied again at 10.
Yeah, I mean, you're a slave to the gambles if you don't get information, so that's the bed they made for themselves. It was risky. Where I thought it was okay is if they gambled B, because they had bad guns. RPK does well to get 2. Apex fully flashed off, standing between 2 Molotovs. They didn't have enough money for counter utility to stop that exec. They were definitely destined to lose the round based on Heroic going B. But for whatever reason, Vitality didn't see it coming.
All right.
Oh, this would
Right
be
back
real
to where
scary.
we were.
This would be real scary for Vitality if you know, Heroic work the map this well and they don't respond by getting info back, especially when they don't have great guns like that.
Damn, man, Nico talking a little shit in the server.
Yeah, actually, I think they like made it a thing where like Cadian was like NT after he lost a 1v3. We got close.
Yeah. Nico's words of encouragement are, guys, help Ziwu.
Yeah, he just said that.
Spitting fire. Look at that smirk. I am so good at this game.
Oh, honestly, it's been a series of no bottom fragging, but this game, it's starting to get a bit more, you know, one-sided, a bit more top-heavy.
At least for Vitality. You look at Heroic, they've got 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So
definitely. I mean, Nico had a terrible first half, so it's kind of funny, but he has done a lot
Yeah,
better.
but he's finding himself in all chat, right? A classic. Here's the flashbang into the eyes of Ziwu. Apex TZ builds his gun back together, and they try to crunch past that smoke. It's actually kind of an awkward spot, but RPK's Deagle is bested. Nico trying to add damage to the tally. They could boost a man over top of the smoke. They could stop the bomb. They do. And Stound's able to answer with a kill. But things kind of get awkward. This smoke is going to fade. 2 members of the CTs remain. And with little HP on Stound, they're going to go back at the booth. He spams towards bomb. Nico taking out both of the remaining players. Maybe he can talk a little smack because he's starting to dish out the damage. Another 3-piece for Nico. We're running it back to Nuke, where he was quintessential in the multi-kills as we got into that later portion of the game. So
I think
props to him. Heroic in the lead.
Masuda just emptied a full mag on a dead body.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's dead. So I don't know if Masuda helped, but that guy was definitely dead.
Symbolic damage.
For what it's worth. Push out in the halls. They're going to try to weaponize Masuda. Nico on the lurk, and Masuda falls back immediately. It's not going to... I don't think it's going to serve as any kind of... They're not going to think it's a fake at all. He ran so far so quickly. And now the re-aggression is kind of interesting. Oh, he catches Nico way off.
Blasted.
Say NT as you're falling back, Masuda, quick.
Oh, no need. He's going to click the right buttons. Mouse 1 into the face of Tessas.
The better?
Ziwu.
Willie hit.
He's going to kill this guy. Yep. Yes, he will.
Oh my god.
No, he won't. I believed too much. Cadian actually able to best him. We can't forget about the opping capabilities of one Cadian. And Apex, well, he's able to shave one off the cross, but RPK dies backside, and it's Cadian making a world of difference. Both of these remaining members of Heroic on the op. And this is that 2v2. Stound gonna plant in a risky position, but it's Cadian to give the cover. This is Cadian's round. Not only killing Ziwu, but then following up substantially with the follow 2 frags. Shocks, smoke over top to block Coffin, flash in the middle of the site. He's fixated over towards back church, but in reality, Heroic, they've doubled up on New Box. All of his utility has countered nothing. And now he has to rely on the M4, and that doesn't seem to be enough. Shocks is going to walk away. Heroic up 12 rounds to 10. Outside of that pistol round, nothing for Vitality.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. 5 straight, 6 straight. I want to say it's a bit unlucky because, you know, Ziwu pulls out his nade, but they still have the ability to refrag, right? They have the ability to refrag on a few different players, and they played it kind of awkwardly. So, yes, this is an opening kill, and they had the 5v4, but then they could not stop Cadian. And to be fair to him, he went out, right? He went out to the middle of the lake for those kills. He didn't just stand at the shore and hope the fish came. He made sure he went to a good spot.
So, what's the key to success here for Vitality? In the 23rd round with a single M4 on Shocks. 3 CTs set up mid. They want this brackets control. They want it bad. Then, they actually start to walk away because we have Heroic applying pressure on the B site.
Well, they're getting out gamble. I think at this point, Heroic, they've scared them so much about B and made them regret not stacking it. And now the bomb leaning with all of the players forfeiting banana control. RBK is inside the smoke, so it seems like they might go ahead, turn the corner, take a peek. Flashes out here, yeah. But is the info coming in too late is the question. Well,
Is it?
maybe not.
Yeah, not with that Molotov. Dude, they're gonna get boxed in. Oh my god, the P250 damage is fantastic, but not enough to catch the kill.
Shocks knows they might try to come back into him. Oh my god, he's just gonna sit and wait.
Yeah, they're willing. He has the M4. He's the one. Oh my god, the AK's better than the Colt. Look, oh, that's such a heartbreaking situation.
Oh my god.
Oh, it gets worse. Cadian, as the smoke pops, just absolutely ripping their heart from their chests. squeezing it.
Bomb has been planted.
It hurts if you're Vitality, but it feels oh so good for Heroic. Both Tesses and Cadian arguably lucky to be alive. And Ziwu, oh, they're not looking. They're not. Oh, but he misses. Uncharacteristic. Back at bat, and he will get one. Now it's Masuda trying his damnedest. But I mean, they have such banana control locked in here. Bomb's so far gone. He has no kit. Let's be real with one another.
Yeah.
He's not going to win
I
this.
mean, he's got to go, too, because he doesn't have armor.
Yeah, run.
So he should at least just tapped it on the way out.
Flee. Worried about someone lingering a little longer, but not the case. The 13th round for Heroic.
Feels like Masuda moves a lot like Shox does. I mean, not a bad influence, of course. Shox has been going crazy. Is that still Tessus? Is that everyone in the dark? Okay.
No, just Tessus.
Real gamer right here.
That headshot. That was such a big headshot. And you know what? Shox even did like the best.
Took an off angle, yeah.
There. Exactly. Off angle. And because of the nature of the ramp, his headshot's a little bit lower than standard height. And even that's not enough. I mean, the guy got the dink. What more can you ask for? Cadian. Oh my God. It's down while blinded. At this point, Heroic, they're just not going to lose this. It doesn't seem plausible. Heroic getting away with everything. Shock's gonna peek into 2 players, and that's also his end. Nearly a team ace. If Nico steals the deal here, which he very well could versus Ziwu, then that's Heroic with 14 rounds.
Yeah, they are
Take
absolutely...
a look at the scoreboard. I mean, this is what? Their 8th round in a row? Never even having less than 2 players alive, Heroic.
Yeah, and I think Ziwu was 21-9 at one point, so hasn't had much impact. They've been doing a good job of avoiding him. It's Cadian who's been extremely proactive with the op and controlling the rounds by himself. And doing it on T-side as well. Again, it's just not everybody who is opping on T-side Inferno. I can name probably 5 teams in the top 10 that don't op on T-side Inferno, and he's doing it, making it look very viable.
Somewhat of a treat in that sense. But Nico put its end to it, and that is the team ace. All right, he's got it. Clearing the board of all of Vitality's players as well. A timeout from the Frenchman.
Yeah, this is scary. The confidence is not there anymore. It's not the same Vitality we saw from the first half. It's not the same one we saw from the last map, the last 2. They're not getting the trades they need to. The frags aren't there. It's not a brand new map for them. It's not complicated. They know Inferno like the back of their hands. They're just not all hitting their shots. The communication may have dropped off. Maybe Nico got in their head a little bit.
Batman. RPK did more utility damage than the other 4 members of Vitality combined on Nuke.
Wow, that's impressive. I think he was, by frags having the worst game. So that's really great.
Good for him.
Assist heavy.
All right, Heroic. Can they close it? I mean, just a complete and total count. We've just been kind of conditioned over the first 2 maps to expect close ones. And this is Heroic definitely breaking the trend. This T-side from Inferno is the most dominant half we have had of the 6th so far this series. Luckily for us, this isn't a best of 3, or else it would almost be over. We still have 1 or 2 more maps potentially in this series. Molly's being exchanged on short side. Heavy presence on this A site from Vitality. Will this be the solution? It's hard to get a read because Heroic so slippery on this T side.
It's more so, yeah. I want to, they're doing great on T side. It looks scary right away, but if Vitality don't want to come to their front door, give them space, let them in, then they're going to be a slave to the rotations. They're going to be losing versus executes. Need to be confident and pick timings to reaggress. And sometimes they've done that, but that's where it's sometimes I'm feeling like they're making those moves, but they're still just not fragging.
Now is not the time to cool off. Series not nearly over. Shox, though, in position. This is going to be a big burst. And if the flashbang doesn't find him... Oh my goodness, he's thrown himself inside it all. And that flash is great, or not. Borup somehow dodging it, and then Tesses with the second headshot. Vitality, read it. They try to pop into the play. They try to dismantle what Heroic had set up so silently, and it's just not enough. I thought that flash was going to blind all three.
So the flash is for like players in the long haul, but not necessarily right there. So like,
close?
Yeah, it's honestly, people don't throw that as much anymore, and I don't really like it either because of that situation.
Hit or miss.
Yeah, it's just so putting all your stock in a flash like that can really, make things look worse. But I think maybe he was hoping not to see someone there, if that makes sense. Trades are going down. Like if they get the Halls info, then at least they can rotate out. But
yeah.
Instead, he gets a face full of Heroic, and it's not pretty. Ziwu gonna close this out, but he dies in the end, in fact. So down clearing the sniper. Heroic with 15 on the board. 5 map points to the favor of Heroic. We've seen the overtimes come to fruition when the games were closer than this. 5 map points, I believe, is the most we've had. So not going to be easy for Vitality. But it's not over yet. They have to find a solution to Cadian, though. They have to find a solution to almost everyone on Heroic. It's just, as a unit, too much to handle thus far. Oh my god! And as if it could get any worse, Masuda, who has been playing around in apartments, absolutely robbed at a chance to do anything here in the 26th round. Ziwu peeking in perfectly, catching Nico, getting his AK, falling back out from Boiler with a smoke on mid. Ooh, and he puts shots down range, just whizzing by Borup space. Then it's over towards Banana that the next smoke pops. Stown actually gets softened up by the frag grenade, and Team Vitality in a great position because Shox has underground. Oh, they're right above him.
Oh, man.
1, 2, 3. If Shox pops up and check his right.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But the blind, that's going to buy a bit of time. He could still come back in for this. And Ziwu, yeah, he's done a good job of serving up the perfect distraction. It all works out in the end.
Well, they found a way to get the information that they wanted. They brought 15-11. Now they've broken the curse. What is that streak? 9 rounds in a row on T-side. I mean, the frag distribution is tight for Vitality, but not in a good way. And it's, everyone outside of Ziwu, basically. So that's cool. They go through halls. They regress through halls. And that's even after
4v5.
A really tough, opening duel loss to Masuda getting one bulleted through a wall. And they'll keep the aggression up. Got Nico holding for the push. No one committing on through it.
Not yet. But not wanting to fall victim to another flank like that last round. That's 1 of 5 map points picked up by Vitality, keeping themselves alive.
The thing is, B has just been so weak, it's like, why not just execute B? And it's like for Nico, basically, as long as they don't push through halls, that can't happen again, right? As long as Shox doesn't get past this point, we can't experience that last round again. It's not coming down mid either. There's just so much pressure on this B exec. I like this rotate over from Vitality, of course. Smoke goes down, and they'll get a bit scared. Oh, and they've actually started to leave. Man, the calling has been so good for Heroic. I don't know how they read perfectly in all these situations, but... So it could be said for Vitality.
Thing is, they're about to walk into Ziwu. He's here on short. They are going to rock Shox back into position in the nick of time. 30 seconds. They hear that utility usage. Ziwu, man, it's the high pressure situation. He's able to get Cadian. Misses his second shot. Tesses bests him. Now it's Masuda inside of the pit with a flash that goes high, but he dies and Shox fully blind. That is that. Heroic. 4 versus 2 in an A-site post plant. Apex and RPK sent reeling back into the action. How are they ever going to get into this? They have no utility left over, 1 kit between them, and they're outnumbered 2-1, but they do nearly find the freebie onto Stown. Of course, that boost is going to tell Heroic everything they need to know. 4 sets of eyes turned on this position. Bomb halfway gone, and it seems to me like Heroic are adding that second round or second map to the series count. Bomb makes this think of desperation, and it's done. RPK will get one in the post-plant retake attempt. ZywOo could have done it all, but I mean, that's the problem. He had to do it all. In that map, we did not see the same vitality that gave us bangers on Overpass and Nuke. So congrats, Heroic. One map away from being crowned the DreamHack Fall Open Champions. Our analysts will be with you after the break, and map 4